I had to fucking force myself away from watching Jev videos, like Phase Jev, to fucking make this video. But anyway, I have another story today. I know I told one yesterday, but they seem to do alright on my channel. I seem to get like decent feedback from them. So I think I'll be doing quite a few of those on top of any other ideas I sort of come up with. But anyway, I'm just gonna get into this story. It's not it's a slightly more recent one than some of my other stories from the one like the one yesterday. I was in like year 6, I think. But this is a more recent one. This is probably when I was in year 9 or 8. Anyway, so at the end of this year there was like a big school trip. Now you could either go to the Isle of, I think it was the Isle of Wight, or I don't know, it was like PGL or someone else. It was some weird trips. And like I used to get really homesick. Now, I didn't really know if I was still homesick or not, but I didn't really want to find out. Because last time I got homesick was at a friend's house when I was like probably in year 5, 6-ish maybe. So I thought I had like bad homesickness sort of thing. So I didn't go on this trip, and like there was an option not to go. So it was me, a friend of mine, and like a bunch of other people. And basically, what we did, we just kind of went round our town. We went into school each day. I think we walked into town, and we just sort of did stuff in town, like went to cafes, just messed about really. And it was quite weird, but it was just something to keep us occupied because I think we had to be in school or do something. I'm not too sure. I don't think we were just allowed the week off. So we were going around our town, and there was just one kid. Let's call him Jason. So fucking Jason, he's a little bit of, I don't know how to describe him. Everyone called him a scrape. Now that probably won't make sense. He's that kid who doesn't really have many friends, but he thinks he's friends with everyone, so he's gonna sort of go and try and talk to everyone. And little Jason here, he thought I was really good friends with him at the time, and I really wasn't. I didn't really like the kid because I thought he was really weird and kind of, I don't know, he was just kind of odd, and that's coming from me. So, little Jason over here, he's following me for like the entire week. We're out on this town trip. And I had this hat, alright? I don't know why I had this hat. I think it was summertime. I'm not too sure. But I was wearing a hat. And little Jason here, this fucking kid, kept smacking my hat off at the worst of times. So, one day we're in this theatre, we're on the stage, he fucking smacked my hat. And then another time, I think I was just playing pool with my mate. He was just being a dick, smacking my house every fucking chance he got. And this was really pissing me off. So I wasn't really at the point of losing sleep and fucking crying over it. But it was really like pissing me off. Now I'm not really an aggressive person, unless you really piss me off. So little fucking Jason here was pissing me off. He was doing it every day for the entire week, Monday to Friday. And it got to the Friday, and we stopped by this lake. We all sat on this wall, sat around to have lunch, alright? So we were all eating lunch. And little fucking Jason here, he didn't really have much, I don't think, so he finished up his lunch. And then he comes over. And you know what he does? He fucking smacks my hat. We're quite close to a lake. And I think it was slightly windy. I didn't really want to lose my hat. So like he did it, I put my hat back on. Alright, I just sort of fucking left it. I was sat next to my friend, and I was like, if he does that again, I'm gonna do something. And like he was like, he just didn't really care. So then fucking Jason comes back over, smacks my hat again. So I turned to Jason walks off again, laughing to one of his mates. He actually did have friends, and he goes over to his mate, and he just sort of stood by the wall. And I turned to my mate. I'm like. I'm gonna go and knock him out. Do you want to come with me? Like, kind of like joking about, and he's like, nah. He just sort of sat on the wall. So I turn up. I like hop over the wall. It's not a high wall at all. It's probably like a foot at most. So I step over this wall, and I just fucking run at him, grab him by the shirt, and like slam him into the wall. And like, whenever I get angry, like my like memory is a little bit weird, but like. All I remember is like getting in his face and just shouting, "You wanna fucking do that again?" Like, I was like proper in his face. I shouted at him and sort of stared at him for a sec, and then he sort of looked kind of scared, and he just sort of like stuttered a little bit and didn't really say anything. So I'd let go of him, and like I sat back down and just started eating some fucking grapes. And this teacher, when I turned around, this teacher was just fucking staring at us. Like, he didn't do anything. He was just staring at us. And like I sit down, and he's like, Kyle, is Jason bothering you? And I'm like, yeah. So the teacher's like, alright, and then just fucking sits back down, doesn't do shit. And like, I never got in any trouble for like pinning him up against the wall and like shouting at him or anything, even though the teacher we had with us was quite strict. But he didn't really do anything, it was really weird. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I have told this story before. It was called the fucking Hat Hitter or some shit. It had a terrible title, terrible fucking thumbnail. It was a long time ago. I probably told it shit, so I'm going to try and tell it again. Hopefully it sounded better for you guys. So if you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.